Hi there, I'm Tanya Bennett, and it is time for another edition of HumpDay HOLLA. Welcome back. So, just to recap, last week we talked a little bit about procrastination in the fear mindset mode, and that the number one way to overcome that was action. So, now this week, let's talk about great. Hopefully, you took my advice, you've gotten started, you're starting to move forward. Now what? Let's talk about goal setting. So, to bring this example to light, I always love to use my own personal example. About 7 years ago, I set out on a mission to lose weight. Now, let's face it, how many of us have started a new year and we're like, this is it, this is the year I'm gonna lose weight, right? Only to find out a weekend, after maybe a week, 2 weeks, maybe three, but we get tired, we're not seeing the results, and then we go back to old habits. So I was determined to get out of that mode. So, in order to do so, I had one major motto for myself, and it was do the right thing regardless of the outcome. So, let's break that down. What did that look like? So I knew I had to reflect backwards. I had to look at all of those times that I too had failed at trying to move forward to lose weight. What I realized was I wanted to lose 50 pounds, which is a massive goal. It can be done, people have done it, but it is still a pretty big goal. So, but if that is my only goal, if that's the only thing that I have posted everywhere, no matter what, let's say I've had a whole week of working out, eating well, whatever, but we all know weight fluctuates, right? Some weeks are going to be outside factors come in that we can't control. Um, let's say I had a whole week and I did wonderful, but I get on the scale and I lost 2 pounds. 2 pounds and my journey is 50. And the last 7 days just felt like 5 years. So how am I going to get there? I realized then that I had to focus on the action that was going to get me to the goal. I also realized that feeling deflated doesn't work for me. So, in order to pump myself up, these goals, I call it the underachiever's plan. Because if we set our goals too high, how many people say, if you've gone from zero, you never work out, you're eating fast food for every single meal. This week, I'm going to eat nothing but salad and I'm going to work out 7 days a week. Come on now. Is that realistic? What happens is, because it's not realistic, you try, you may do 1 or 2 days, but you're sore, right, from working out and moving your body. You have nothing to eat, you're in a hurry, and so you cheat. And then all of a sudden that just snowballs down. So the underachiever's plan is you're real. You set a realistic goal with yourself. My realistic goal with myself was I'm going to start with eating 2 healthy meals a week. And I am going to hit the gym at least 3 times this week. That's it. That underachiever goal, it's personal. It's between you. So there's no way that it can be too low if there's any action on it whatsoever. But the mindset of the underachiever goal is when you actually achieve those goals, at the end of the week, I would look and I'd be like, oh my goodness, I did it. I actually I ate 2 meals and I hit the gym 3 times this week. Great. I'm going to do that again this week. What happens is you start feeling better because your mindset, that positive affirmation of, yes, I hit the goal. You're like, okay, I want to do this again. And then you start pushing yourself. So after a few weeks of hitting, 2 meals and 3 times a week, I realized, well, you know what? It's nothing for me to make 1 to 2 more extra meals. I'll just make a bigger dish so that I'll have more food to eat. And then I would say, okay, now I'm going to try to hit the gym 4 times this week. So I would do that. If I hit one of the goals, let's say that I hit the eating, but I only hit the gym 3 times. For the next week, I took that goal back down to 3. Because if you consistently have a goal that you don't hit, it is deflating. So that is my advice. I have to tell you, it worked for me. A year and a half into it, I lost those 50 pounds. 7 years later, I still CrossFit 4 to 5 times a week. I still cook and prepare for my weeks. And But the most miraculous thing about the journey was it was empowering. How many times do these journeys turn into self-defeating, and we talk horrible to ourselves? Why would you do that, Tanya? Gosh, you stink. I can't believe you can't even make it through a week. I didn't have any part of that on my journey. It was empowering. It was uplifting. I realized when I lost all of that weight that I could apply that same strategy to my business. And that's exactly what I have done for every single business that I have now taken over or started. And I will tell you, I have had the same results. So let's recap. What do you need to do? You need to set some goals. Your goals need to revolve around action, not around what you want to accomplish. The action that's going to get you to your goal. Be reasonable. Underachiever plan. It worked for me, baby. I think it could work for you. All right? And track it. Let's see where you go. I hope this helps someone this week. For more tips and tricks, make sure to follow my Facebook page at Tanya B, the strategist with a Y. Have a great week.